Yeah?
Check. Yeah. But when I speak, it'll probably sound like this, and my voice will be kind of lighter, and it won't be like, yeah, Paul.
Yeah, definitely not. You want to move a little closer to yourself,
Sure.
get comfy?
Sure. Ah!
That's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, scooch in, like lean back with it. It's all good. Get real close to me, buddy.
All right, yeah. This is good.
Yeah, this is good. All right, let's see. Let's crank this up a little more. And
Get that gain up.
Get that gain up, bro.
Look at that peak.
Bro, do I need a compressor on you, bro? You fucking me up?
Throw some reverb on the podcast.
Okay. What's up? This is a podcast I do. I'm not really good with intros, and I don't care. And we're here with Mikie Mayo, obviously.
Do you just go by, like, when you podcast, do you go by just, like, all the Forest Kids? Or, like, you're just, like, I'm Forest Kids Collective?
I don't really...
The whole collective.
I don't even say... I don't give myself a title, really. I just kind of say, I'm here. I mean, it's in the title, so they kind of know what's up.
What's the podcast called?
I'm just going to call it Forest Kids Collective Podcast, like FKC Podcast.
Okay.
Just real simple.
KFC Podcast.
Yeah, KFC Podcast.
Got it.
Probably going to have to change it now.
Right, yeah, you're going to get sued, man.
I'm going to get memed immediately.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, I'm here with the goddamn Mikie Mayo of Philadelphia, and I kind of want to ask you some questions because I don't know a lot about how you started, you know, because you have like a weird background of music.
Sure.
At least of people like I come in contact with. Not a lot of people like make, at least I know, like make your style, and then it's like, yeah, I like all that hardcore shit.
Like everything.
Yeah. Like you're really much into everything. So what I do with like a lot of people on the show is I want you to just kind of tell me if like how you started. Like
with music?
Yeah, like what made you be like, oh shit, that's something else. Like I want to like, was it like, because was it like a parent or something? Like what made you be like, oh fuck, I want to like pick up that, or like, oh, I want to do something like that. I want to be a rock star.
Yeah, that's a weird question. I can't like really, like my dad would play music in the car and stuff, but like no one in my family makes music. Like, it's not like a family thing. Like I guess when I like think about like introductions to like some kind of like music stuff, like I did like a little bit of like I guess when I was younger, obviously like I did theater and stuff. For people listening who don't like know me, like I started out in theater, and I would do like little musicals and stuff, and like being like, you know, like the chorus of a musical.
You were a theater kid in high school.
I was a theater kid in college too.
Oh, all right.
I went to UArts for theater directing.
So, that's right. Yeah.
So I was pretty much theater from like 5 years old to like 22, and then
what made you like turn to that? Like, was it high school that made you start? Oh, 5 years old.
No,
you
I was
said.
5 years old.
So like
I went to theater. So the theater thing happened because my sister was going to this theater camp. And I was like, oh, this looks interesting. And I just kind of fell into it. Like, I think I had an affinity for comedians and like comedy movies and stuff. And I think the interest with like improv and like all that stuff when I was super young kind of like helped all that stuff kind of start to go together. But the music thing, I think, started more in middle school. And that kind of came out of like my other sister, actually, who would like be driving me around places, maybe when I was like,
and this other sister wasn't into plays and stuff.
No, she was like completely normal, but like she was a regular. She's a great person, but I would say like definition of like normal person, like she's a mom, has 3 kids, and has a good life, loves her life. But when she was in high school, she would drive me around and be like listening to like all these like pop punk CDs and stuff. And I would just hear that stuff in the car. And that was kind of like my first exposure to like, like Blink-182. I guess I'd see some of that stuff on like MTV, like Limp Bizkit and Korn, and like, but I think the music like the gears started turning when like she left. like she had all these like burnt CDs, and I would like download them on the computer and listen to them. It'd be like no effects, or it'd be like a mixed CD
And like,
of
what
like
year is this? Because I know you're a few years older than me.
2005.
2005. Okay.
2005, yeah. Wow. So like they went away, and I start watching like Fuse TV,
Oh yeah,
and Fuse
nice.
like has like daily download on it.
Mhm.
All of a sudden, I'm like starting to like develop some kind of like identity around the music I see on TV. So like I get into Gorillaz. Like I buy the CD from the store. I get into Outkast. I remember if I'm thinking like two specific CDs I actually remember buying from the store. It was like Outkast Speaker Box Love Below, and then like the Demon Days CD. And I remember when I bought the Outkast CD, I would just listen to the singles. But when I bought that Gorillaz CD, I just listened to the whole thing. It was so good.
Mhm. Yeah, that shit's dope.
Yeah, it's a great CD. And I guess like I get interested in music, and like I start downloading like these programs and making like these terrible songs. Like trying to and like, you know, just like actually like I guess around the same time I like got a guitar and started taking guitar lessons. I didn't really stick it out that long.
So
But
no bands.
no bands, never been in a band.
Wow.
Ever. Never ever been in a band, period.
Wow. I was
Ever.
expecting one.
Nope.
Now.
I mean, there
okay.
was like, I guess there was like a duo between me and my friend Kevin Wyatt, and it was like called like 42 Suspects, but it was kind of like a lot of it like, and this is like no offense to Kevin, I was like the driving force of like the idea. I just wanted someone else to like get next to me and like do this like with
Oh,
me.
yeah.
And there'd be like these like weird sketches on the CD, and like we would just like I'd make these songs like that were like literally just like a techno loop with like a robot over it, but like no
Wait, what do you mean a
but-
robot over it?
like just like some kind of like acapella like on this like demo.
It's like a robot voice.
Yeah, like
or something.
like I don't know. It's like it's hard to explain, but like I don't remember what the program is. Like I don't remember anything. I would record it on like that little tiny computer microphone you would get
Oh,
with like
the one that's in the webcam and shit. Oh no!
the older, like
Oh
the
my
tiny little
God,
one.
the
Yeah,
ones that would just be
come
on
with
the
like
table
a big
and they would-
desktop.
and
Yeah,
they would just kind of stick out a little bit.
no, even like worse, like a
The
little
earpiece?
no, it was like this like tiny little like dick looking thing that like it looked like a tiny carrot or something, like a baby
those
carrot, and
fucking things.
you'd speak into it and stuff. Yeah, and like I recorded this terrible album with my friend Kevin, which like included like, you know, it's like very similar kind of like to what I'm doing now. Ironically, it was like a mixture of a bunch of different like music that I was interested in. There'd be like some rap songs, there'd be like some like very terrible like thrash shit, you know, that like, and all this like with no like kind of like even like having some kind of like musical demeanor. It'd be like an out-of-tune guitar
Oh my
just being
God.
like thrashed, like
just trying to
trying to make some music, and then like trying to like having my friend Kevin like peddle them to like girls on the bus to like buy it and stuff, and then they'd come back the next day and be like, that was terrible, I want my money back. So like I don't know, like I definitely started like in a very bad place, like
Hey man, everyone's got to start.
no,
somewhere.
totally, but like after that I really didn't touch music for a while. I
And
did.
How old were you? That's like the 2005 era still.
I was probably like 13. And then like in high school, I like didn't like get in the musical or whatever, and I was sad, so I started taking vocal lessons so I could be better, and I did that for like about a year, got into some musicals, did that shit. And I'd sing in the car, I'd listen to like a lot of like, you know, emo stuff and pop punk stuff, or like T-Pain or like whatever, and just like be in the car and like sing along.
It's
and
super melodic shit.
yeah, just try to learn how to sing by like doing what I was doing in the lessons, and then you know, driving and singing and stuff.
Because that's like the one place you can just.
Yeah, you could just let it go.
go.
And I grew up in Florida where like you need a
Oh,
car to
yeah.
get places. So like, you know, I was always in my car, like going places all over, or like, you know, I would be like just like smoking weed and just like riding around Florida in high school, just like singing all these songs and stuff, just like trying to like access something. And like maybe I would like try to like I'd be like hopped up on like Adderall, and like try to write something, but it would just be terrible. And like it was never even like a song, but it would just be me like maybe like trying to riff on like an idea from like a Wonder Years song or something,
Yeah.
or like maybe writing a parody. And then like I I didn't really write any like music until the day before I like left for college. I like wrote this rap. I like smoked like DMT every day for like a week. And like I think it was either the last time I did it or the first time I did it. When I was coming down off the DMT, I like wrote my like first rap or whatever, and then like held on to that shit.
First, like, good thing.
Just like yeah, and just like held on to it. Like and was like, oh, I need to record this, and I would keep like going places thinking I was gonna record with somebody, and it would fall through, and I just kind of like be in this like self-defeated kind of mode.
That's when you should have picked up an interface.
Right. But I just didn't know. I didn't know what I was doing at the time. And
Before the show, we were talking about
yeah,
how Mikey just finally bought some gear, which is
Yeah.
fucking sick.
yeah. But yeah, it was definitely like assuming that because I didn't know how to do something, I couldn't learn, and that I had to be dependent on others. So that held out for like 3 more years. I would like record something over the laptop and then maybe like do a terrible mix over like, you know, like a Lil Wayne beat
hmm
or like, you know, whatever, and like put it up and then be like, oh, no one likes it, and just delete it and stuff. And then probably not until 2013, 2014, around then is when I started making music, like pretty
When
consistently
you like
again.
moved to, did you move out of Florida?
No,
when
I
you
moved to
started?
Philly in 2011,
Okay, so
but
you
I
were in
was
Philly for a
still doing
minute.
just like the theater thing. But I always wanted to get into music, and like I had friends who were recording music, and like I just like I just couldn't find my like match, right?
hmm
Like I think I had a lot of trouble finding somebody that like could like help me go to the next level, or like, you know, someone to really be a partner with like in
Yeah,
developing a sound.
I feel like that's a big part of it. I mean, like I say this a lot to where like like every time like I evolved in the
Mhm.
sense of like, oh, I'm doing this now. Like, oh, I'll just do that now.
Yeah.
Or it's always been like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this with someone else probably.
Yeah.
Like, oh, me and this person are gonna do it. And then we start it maybe, or it never even happens. And I'm like, well, fucking I still need this to happen
It's
and I'm
like
gonna make it
dating.
happen.
Like
Exactly.
finding like people to work with is a lot like dating, you know, and
But then
you get
eventually
different things. Yeah, you gotta.
and then eventually you realize dating sucks and you just stop altogether.
Yeah, sometimes, and that's real. That's like
hmm
very real. But
But like how you were saying, like there was like no one in Florida and stuff when you were trying to
oh fuck, I
like, and
forgot about this. You just reminded me of something actually. There was like so I did this like play in my backyard. It was like a performance art dance piece and stuff. It was called
excuse me,
yeah. I had this, like this performance
you
art.
wrote a play?
It was like I devised a play like with two actors. Like so we wrote it together, right?
Okay.
It was like an experimental theater like dance piece, right? In my backyard with like the swimming pool in my backyard in Florida. We brought like 40 people out for like a one time like show. It's like it's kind of crazy to think about that, like that, you know, doing that at the time so many people like came out for
Yeah.
like this idea.
Damn.
Right. So it was like my first summer home from school where I actually went back to Florida. I didn't really do that after that again, but I went the whole time. And we made this like show together, right? It was like this visually stunning piece, ironically about addiction, but it was like not, you know, I was not. I was just infatuated with it and had no idea that I was an addict at the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like it was more of just like an infatuation.
Think it was maybe subconscious
Maybe,
too.
probably. But like aside from that, I worked with these two guys I went to high school with, James Ranch and Nick Dupre, and they had a duo kind of like experimental electronic hip hop project called Gibbous, and they composed the score.
Oh, so you just played like a backtrack or whatever, or did they play
Yeah, because there was
live?
like almost no words in the show.
Mhm.
There was like two.
Well, interpretive
There was
dance
like
piece.
well, yeah,
I imagine
it
it's
was
some
like two
trippy shit.
monologues. It was like two monologues in it, but a majority was like 20 minutes with like no speaking, right? And it was a show about two brothers. One of them whose like life was like moving forward, and one who like just couldn't stop like getting high, and like kind of like the the saving that person from drowning and stuff, very like
Oh
on the
wow.
nose kind of metaphor, but
Yeah, I
like
meant when you said the pool. Did you use
yeah.
the pool?
So like he keeps saving him, and
Did you
then
use the pool?
yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Oh, thanks, man.
See,
It was
I
tight.
wish I saw that. That sounds really dope.
Honestly, I keep forgetting that I ever even did that, and honestly, it was one of the coolest things I've
Should have
ever done.
filmed it, dog.
Yeah. Well, someone filmed it. I don't know
On
where
like
the
a
footage.
potato phone back in the
Yeah,
day.
I don't know where the footage is, but there is a film version of it that was made by the guys who composed it.
Wow.
So
Okay.
they've got their own version they directed based off what I did.
Wow.
Right. And
Dude, send that shit.
yeah,
Give
sure.
me a post that shit, man. What the fuck? That sounds awesome.
Right.
Why do more of that? What?
I don't know.
I always forget you
We can talk.
you did
we can
stage
get
management.
Yep. I was a director.
Director stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't really a stage manager. I was more of a director.
Stage director?
Yeah, just a director.
So what does that really entail? That mean like just like fulfilling a vision that's already set, or do you
Depends.
yeah?
It depends. I want to stay on topic though before I
Okay,
get
yeah.
to that,
Yeah, the performance.
because it comes to the music thing. I was working with the guys who composed it, and we wrote a song together, and that was like the first song that I recorded since I guess I was like in middle school, and it was before the shitty kind of like Lil Wayne beat songs. I think maybe it was like right after I like made a song with.
What kind of song?
You know what an exquisite corpse is, right? It's where like you write the line, the next person writes the other line, and you go on like that. It was like
Mhm.
that, and we kind of just like traded stuff and had like maybe like
And you sang on it and stuff?
no, it was more of like a rap.
You rapped on it? Or you
We
just wrote it?
we kind of went back and forth and rapped to get me and this other guy James.
Cool.
He was like a genius. Seriously, like an amazing artist.
So you were surrounded by people doing music.
Yeah, there's people doing music in Jacksonville. I guess I just never associated that I was even like remotely good. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
or that like I had a friend Bobby. This guy goes by Bobcat, and like he was doing music, and that kind of inspired me because I saw him kind of like doing stuff, and I was like, oh, I could do stuff, and I'd like maybe be at parties and like freestyle and like be a little drunk, and everyone would be like, whoa, at least in my mind or whatever, from what I can remember.
Yeah,
Or I
just
remember,
baby
like,
steps into being
Being
like, I
in
think I can
class in
do
high
this.
school and like having freestyle battles with some kids and like winning and stuff, and just
Fuck
being like,
yeah.
okay, like maybe like I can do this. Maybe I'm like not bad. There's always like an infatuation with music, but back to the director stuff.
But I was earlier.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to say like I feel like growing as a musician or like anything, it really depends on the people around you.
Yeah.
Like regardless if they work with you or not, or you work with them,
Yeah,
whatever.
you gotta have something to inspire you.
Yeah, an inspiration. Like maybe even that person's a dick, but like they're crushing it in like one way, and you're just like, fuck. Like,
Yeah,
what are they
you
doing? I need
need
to get on that
something.
level.
Yeah.
Like whether it be like spiteful or not, like
Totally.
definitely all.
I definitely wrote a
depends on
song out
community.
of some spiteful shit recently.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
is it on?
it's not out.
Oh
No.
So there's new things coming out, huh? You working on some stuff?
Yeah.
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 I see you like bounce around with some collabs here and there too.
Yeah, I have a couple collaborators.
Yeah, so what's going on with that? Anything new popping around in your head? Especially
Oh.
with this fucking pandemic.
Yeah, well, I guess like a lot of my solo stuff I mostly do with Plead the Filth, and then I'm doing a project with Digital Crates where I just record the hooks on songs and then have the rest of the artists like fill in everything. So a lot of different artists from the community, maybe some artists from the internet too, and like just kind of compiling it all together. I don't know if it's gonna be a tape. I don't think it'll be a tape. I think I'm just gonna release everything as singles and just add a bunch of content, and just filter through what I like. But it's still good. It's a good experience to stay working. But I looked at it as like, oh, I can make a longer project or make more content if I just write the hooks, because hooks are easy.
And people can just fill the rest in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like honestly your hooks are tight.
Thanks, man. And like rappers are hungry, and like
Oh my
artists
God.
are hungry, and they'll hop on shit, and like That's no dig. That's like,
No,
we
not at
live in a
all.
hungry ass city. Like we got a lot of like talent, and we got a lot of people that are just like ready to go. And like,
I'm sure everyone sees me
uh,
posting on shit too. So I'm like, we're all hungry, man. Like,
yeah, and like 99% of the time, if someone's in the studio and hops on, it's gonna be amazing because
yeah,
it's Philly, and like,
exactly.
because everyone's just like fucking trying their ass off right now,
Hmm.
and like it's cool. And I kind of feel like sometimes I'm not trying my ass off, so I'm kind of like getting back to basics, and like yeah, I wrote a song recently with Plead the Filth, and like it's like it's some of my better work, and I feel myself kind of heading in a new direction
Hmm.
musically.
Like how?
Uh,
Less poppy,
more
aggressively,
poppy,
more poppy.
more like Kesha, like 2006, or I guess like 2000 like 10 Kesha or whatever.
And what would that entail? If you could describe it, like
Sassier,
sassy. Ooh, sassy mayo.
sassier, bitchier,
So
like.
we're gonna be looking for some spicy mayo, huh?
Yeah, I think I was talking to Tyler about this. I want this song to clarify to people that I'm not a rapper. Like that I'm
Mm.
that I think I just want it to be so clear. I feel like, obviously there's some things that are clear, but I want the visual with it to just make it so apparent that I'm just not a rapper
So a
yet.
lot more singy stuff.
Singing, there's some chanty stuff, but it's just like you would not be able to mistake it with that.
Mm-hmm. And be like, this is not rap.
Yeah.
Pretty much. That's cool. I really like whenever you mix some like hardcore elements and stuff like that
Okay.
into your older stuff, at least. Like there's always that like, I don't know, intensity of like a band. Like it sounds like a band is playing
Mm,
this electronic type stuff. It
mm,
almost reminds me of a little more poppy, hip hoppy Ultra Deluxe. You ever check them out?
no.
They're pretty wild. You should
Okay.
check them out. But like shit like that where it's just really fucking cool stuff. I'm really looking forward to like trying to remix a couple of your older things too.
Yeah, dude.
And yeah, how do you feel about? Do you ever check out like vaporwave? You ever getting on that kick?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie actually and say that I was into vaporwave as much as I was into art that was inspired by vaporwave.
like
Like,
like the actual '80s tunes and stuff like
yeah, not the
that.
'80s tune. No, no, not even the '80s tunes. What vaporwave inspired in like how vaporwave inspired like cloud rap,
Mm-hmm.
or like like Young Lean and
Mm-hmm.
like stuff that came out of that, like that very cloudy
Future
beats.
funk.
Yeah, the stuff that like inspired like the early internet. I'd say the early like internet rap,
That like
like like I
like
don't even know what to say. Like
yeah.
maybe like second wave internet rap, or like third wave internet rap, or whatever you
No,
want to call it.
clout rap for
But like
sure.
cloud rap, like whenever cloud rap came in, like I feel like vaporwave inspired that. I didn't really listen to vaporwave, but I feel like a lot of the art, I liked a lot of the visual art that's inspired by vaporwave music, and
Like
I
the
like,
almost cheesy
yeah,
cropping,
yeah, totally, totally like
a lot of that.
Japanese
Like, cause like I
language,
feel like the whole like there's a lot of like trap and like clout stuff
yeah,
where it's like in that art style, like
mm-hmm,
you'll have like the lean stuff,
totally.
like just
And
like
I did that.
awkwardly
I
there.
did that before.
Yeah, like your fucking one where it's like the Windows XP cover. I told you I wrote a song about you or whatever.
Oh no, I'm talking about before that, man.
Oh
But yeah,
yeah.
but totally, yeah. I would say that does. I didn't even think about that. That's very observant. But before that, there was like there was stuff that was very much like inspired by that kind of just like that lightness that kind of came to like vaporwave. I was just like very bright, slow,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that.
synthy waves, and like
I've just been falling in love with this fucking like moments they have with it. Like there's this artist I've been kind of gushing about lately, fucking Mindspring Memories, where it's just like they'll have like a 20-minute long song and it's just like blap a
it's
moment.
crazy,
And it's just so like fuck, like I want to be here
right?
forever.
When you're hanging out with the music,
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
It's like everything I love about being alone almost, you know?
yeah,
And that's what I feel like I'm trying to do right now with my own stuff. It's a whole new world dealing with samples like that.
mm,
Like how do you feel about that? Cuz I know you write a lot like total organic shit. Do you use samples a lot in your music?
I used to. My first like first like song that I put out when I like came like kind of back into music. It was like sampling. It was like a super cheesy, like I hate it. Like, but I will say like I fucking hate this song. But like I know a lot of people like it, and it's like very much like a Fresh Prince of Bel Air kind of style song that's like over a beat that samples "In Too Deep" by Sum 41.
Oh my god.
And like I remember for years, like probably from like middle school on, like wanting somebody to sample that shit for me, like just like make that beat and like, try to find someone on MySpace to like do it, and like no one wanted to do it for me. But I think I changed that 42 Suspects project to something called Unself-Titled. I'm just remembering that. And I remember some song I made that I think was of the 42 Suspects like variety. Someone actually made a weird remix of that. Kind of crazy to think about now.
That is really
You
cool.
know, over like this, it's interesting how like the internet causes like people to interact with stuff. Like I think like the TikTok stuff is really cool right now.
Yeah, I haven't seen making a post or two about like thoughts on that too. Like what do you mean? Are you on TikTok?
Yeah, but I'm more into like finding influencers on TikTok and like throwing them some bones, and like if I know that they have like a similar audience to the kind of music I'm trying to get across, and just like being like, yo, if I pay you this amount of money, will you like use my song in your TikTok? And then like there's that weird ripple effect, right? Of like seeing little kids that you don't know in the middle of nowhere like singing your song or like making a TikTok with it or like
Wow.
interacting with your music. It's really weird.
That's actually brilliant, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
That's a really good idea.
It's like I'm still learning.
I feel like
Obviously, I
this
haven't
stuff is
gone.
very TikTok-y too. Like
Oh,
no,
thanks, brother.
in the best way. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's very catchy, very
Oh yeah, I don't take
uplifting,
offense to that, but
boppy stuff.
I feel like this next song is gonna be like actually TikTok-y though. Like very
Yeah.
like as far as like it would make more sense for the marketing perspective, because I don't think anything really popped of this song through the TikTok stuff, but like I did get some kind of interaction through the internet, which is tight.
That's really fucking tight. So you think you're gonna maybe make your own videos on TikTok?
I already
and
do
be-
that. I mean, I do that, but like I mean, like
What's
here-
your TikTok?
it's just Mikie Mayo.
Just
but, like,
Mikie Mayo?
But like, I mean, I don't
You
make
heard it
anything
here.
cool. I don't think I don't make anything crazy on there. I think it's like smarter. I mean, like obviously, if you can figure out the algorithm and know how to go viral and stuff, like fuck yeah, like do it. But
Exactly, yeah.
but also if you can find somebody who's already done it and like has your audience already, like why wouldn't you reach out to those people?
Someone who might, like maybe myself or anyone else who's like, oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that myself.
Yeah.
What do you normally throw? Like, how's that interaction fucking go? Like, or does anyone ever like get out of here? Is there no response most of the time?
You know, surprisingly enough, it's probably like a like 75% or like 50% response rate.
Really?
Yeah, well, you find their TikTok, right? You like go to a hashtag like hashtag scene queen or like hashtag fucking, or like go find a bunch of people that made TikToks with like 303
Mm-hmm.
and like, find the top ones who have a bunch of followers, and then you find their Instagram, and if they have an Instagram and they don't have an email, you just DM them an Instagram, and if they got an email, you email them, and you're like, yo, will you use my song? And most of the time, someone might be like, yeah, and just do it, and some are like, yo, here's my price, and like these are people with like 1 million followers, and like, these are like more active followers because it's like TikTok, it's a newer platform, so
Mhm.
you're not dealing with as many ghost followers and stuff. But the thing is, you don't know. You don't know if it's gonna go like viral. Like I have a video on TikTok through this kid that's got over 100,000 views, but that doesn't mean it converts to like
Actual listens or
listens
anything.
on Spotify or like iTunes, but it also does convert to real kids interacting with the music and becoming fans of the music.
I wonder if that does actually anything.
You do
though.
monetize.
Yeah, I
Like
bet you do.
you
It's
still
like they
get
use
I
the
still get money.
tag.
I just don't know how much money. Yeah, but like
Yeah, it's probably a crazy fraction.
yeah, it's probably a crazy fraction, but it's probably better than all the rest of my numbers, honestly. So I'm probably getting more off TikTok than Spotify.
That is so insane, dude.
So right,
That is insane.
right.
But that's really genius. Like honestly, like
Because then you're investing some money, but then you're getting it back because you're getting it back in the views. Like,
like I'm always I'm very aggravated by like ladders and other shit like that.
like pods and stuff.
mhm.
Like, what do you mean?
And where it's like it'd be like a Facebook group or something.
Oh, totally.
And it's like drop your thing and I'll like your thing if you like my thing.
I tried to do that for a day, like last week, and I was like, I can't fucking do this. I'm
Nah,
out.
I can't stand those.
Like Alex was trying to get me to do it, and I was like, yeah, this is not real though.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's just like no data.
No
like,
matter how
I'm not gonna get any
genuine,
useful data from this.
no
like,
matter how genuine you word that, hey, like let's help each other out. Like artists helping each other. No,
no,
that's not what artists
yeah,
need.
it's not delivering
Like,
the
as much
result that
as-
I'm looking for.
It just does not. Like maybe if it's like a niche genre, like ambient or something, because the only people that listen to ambient probably make it.
Yeah, I mean, at the
like
end of the day,
that's, but like shit like that. But like,
find your audience,
yeah,
push it to them. If you can, like for example, right? If you could find somebody who is making a TikTok with a song,
like Aphex Twin type shit.
yeah, right,
There you go. Like there's an Aphex Queen. You know,
yeah,
something like
totally.
that. There you
Like
go.
that's real, and like that's as simple as it can get. And like some of them might do it for free, you know.
And
If you tell them you're like, yo, I'm a fan of your work, and like
You're
I
genuine
really
about
like
it?
what you, yeah, just be genuine. Like just ask. And like the other thing is like I'm trying to figure this shit out, but like Twitch streamers, man,
oh my god, that Twitch scares me. I don't like this is fine.
it takes work.
This
yo,
is
so,
fine
like,
because I don't edit this either. Like this is kind of live.
yeah,
Like there's no like, oh, I said that or they said
Mhm.
that. That sounds weird. Like if you're on here, I pretty much let everything roll as long as it's not,
sure,
the big three.
sure, yeah.
But fucking Twitch, like video, or at least just like you're live and people are like listening right now,
Well, okay,
freaks me
hear me out, right? So we were both talking about how your homie's band sounds like they should be on like the NHL
Yeah,
soundtrack,
yeah.
right? So like certain Twitch streamers, right, that are pretty big have Spotify playlists of music they throw on in the background, and other people who play games listen to those playlists.
Mm-hmm.
So just like a Tony Hawk soundtrack or like any other like soundtrack that was made back in the day, that could get into your song indirectly through a Twitch stream playlist.
Totally. So like, what would you be like a fan? Like the same way you do with TikTok creators? Like
I haven't
Just hit
I haven't
them
cracked
up?
the code. I haven't cracked the code on that. I've hit up some random people.
I haven't
but
even
like,
been on that website.
Yo, you gotta really do some fucking digging.
Yeah.
Like, it's not easy. Like, cause like for the kind of music I make, it's a little harder to find somebody that's like into that niche area of what I'm doing. So I'm still figuring it out.
I feel like my stuff would go good with Twitch, but like, I just don't-
Probably.
That's because it's like video game esque, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
dude,
this is a
but-
Minecraft album. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
but cash in. Fuck it.
It's just scary, man. I gotta figure it out. One of these days, I'm gonna sit down and just be like, for an hour. and
Yeah, dude.
just trudge
And like
through
I'm
it.
not into it either. TikTok's like so much easier. Like I could spend an hour on TikTok and like probably like message 15 different influencers and
Oh yeah,
like, get like 7 responses
that's really crazy.
within, right?
Yo, people should really check that out. Do you ever hear of
And I'm not saying I've gotten like significantly amazing results.
That's
I just
still
like want to
another
be
great
I just want to
avenue,
be
though.
transparent. I just want to be transparent,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But I've gotten something.
Yeah.
I've gotten some kind of results that are more than most of the things I've experienced previously.
I feel like that's just like a really creative way to get your music out there in like a smart way and like a simple way too, because they're just fucking people too at the
Right.
same time. It's like
It's not some fucking like
It's
Well,
not. It's not chill
you're not
hop
talking
or
to
something
you're not talking to
huge.
Anthony Fantano or
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Two Dope Boys. You're talking to some scene chick in Oklahoma who's got a bunch of followers on the internet.
And he's just like super hot and has nothing
yeah,
else
and
to
totally
do.
willing to like, you know, take a little tiny bit of money and
Or they're just like, yeah, that's cool. I'll play that.
yeah.
Yeah. Or like, ooh, I actually do. I like this a lot. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm actually a fan
And sometimes
now,
they're like,
or whatever.
no,
Yeah.
it's not working. It's not. I tried it and it didn't work, so I'm not asking you for money.
Yeah. Or just no response.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what's the worst? You're gonna get cussed out? I doubt it.
Yeah. You just in my experience, I've gotten a lot more responses not sending the song right away. In the
like asking if
just
they
being
do
like, hey,
that.
yeah, just
and
like
then,
asking,
here's
and
the
then if
song.
like, yeah, can I hear the song, and then you send it because I think a lot of people are always like creeped out by links because
Totally.
they think that you're just like trying to hack them or something.
Or just like, just listen to this. Just listen to this. Just listen
Yeah.
to this. Instead of, and if you like take your time, you're like, well, no big deal.
Yeah.
You know? And it's not like, hey, we have this elephant link in the room.
Just be nice to people.
Yeah.
Just be nice to people. And like, not everyone. I actually haven't had no negative responses from any of the people that I worked with on the campaign.
That's pretty dope.
They were all pretty nice.
Have you heard of
And
Pandora?
the other people just didn't respond.
Yeah, well,
which is fine.
I imagine.
And now I've got relationships with those people.
Well, there you go.
You know,
that's really something. Like I can't.
So now, like,
that enough.
if I want to do the next campaign, like I already know 2 influencers with like, over 1 million followers that like fuck with me, and I can
just send them a link.
Yeah,
that's dope, man.
Right.
Have you heard of Pandora Amp?
No.
That's something that's been like slowly creeping up in my
Alum?
DistroKid stuff. Nah. What's Alum?
It's called Lum or something.
Lum. What is that?
I think it's like an app made for only underground music that people can just stream underground music. I don't know. I'll show you later.
Okay, yeah. That sounds weird.
Yeah, I think it's mostly rap, but like, I've never been able to get it to work for me for some reason, but it's interesting. So tell me more about this Pandora
Amp, because it's like you because a lot of your stuff is already on there, depending on like who you went through. Honestly, just it's so random on what fucking gets on there and what doesn't. And but like you make like an account, like you claim your artist, Mikie Mayo or whatever the fuck, and then you like would upload your releases through your UPCs, and now it's just on their radios. And like a couple of mine like have blown up, and you just go back and check the streams and stuff, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, this is awesome. Like, why is this not just like included? Like, it's so weird how it's a total separate process where you have to like I uploaded like 55 fucking releases like last month because they just weren't on there. And so that's like a whole nother revenue stream. Like, I've been checking DistroKid. It's just like going up and up and up on the Pandora thing. It's really, really weird, but it's cool. Like, I feel like your shit would hop on all the pop stuff too. Like, all my more vocally poppy and band
What's
stuff.
It called?
Pandora Amp. Pandora Artist or whatever. Yeah, Pandora Amp Playbook or whatever. The website's super runaroundy. Like, it's really dumb where like you'll click something to take you somewhere and it just throws you back to the main page and log you out. So it's like,
That's what it's been like for the Lum thing. Like, I can't like figure out how to get in to just like.
Yeah, Pandora Amp's a little fucky, and sometimes your claim an artist goes away too.
Got it. I figured this out.
But their support's pretty fast. So it's pretty dope, man. I would check it out for sure.
Yeah, it's just so you get on Pandora. You can match for the artist on Pandora and stuff.
Like, I've been getting like a lot more like it's like saves. It shows you saves. It shows you like other stations it throws you on and where in the US. I think it's only US.
Sick.
Weird. I don't know why.
A lot of people use Pandora at work.
Yeah, which is why I'm like, fuck, this is a great idea. And I've been noticing my Shazams have gone up on Apple Music and stuff too. So
bizarre.
Really weird shit. Have you heard of, are you licensed yet?
No.
Like, Brian Walker gave me the fucking runaround. I had him on the podcast first, and like afterwards.
How do you not have a music license? You have so much music out there.
He was like, bro, like he was freaking out about like.
Are you talking about like ASCAP?
Like ASCAP, BMI, and then Harry Fox and Song Trust, which are like Songtrust's like overseas royalties that you apparently don't fucking get unless you're licensed and you run it through Songtrust and other things like that. And like Harry Fox sends you deals. It's really crazy, man. Holy shit. Like have Brian give you the whole talk
Yeah,
one day.
I guess like the only reason I haven't done that is I don't want my music copyrighted.
Why? Why
Because
is
if I
that?
want a YouTuber to use it, I don't want them to get a copyright strike.
Too late. If it's through distribution, it's gonna get flagged.
On DistroKid?
DistroKid, Root Note, anything. Like I have my own channel. I'll make a trippy video of a release already out, put it up in seconds. Like as it's published, I get an email saying, "Copyright claim. Yo, it's all cool. You just can't monetize this, but any monetizing goes to Root Note, aka Forest Kids, aka you."
You just get the money.
Yeah, so it's just like another runaround.
Weird.
But if I'm pretty sure if it goes through distribution, nah. So get that shit copyrighted regardless.
Fine.
Like that's why like YouTubers don't do that. I feel like they have to go through ASCAP to have a song on there for real, or like if the song is on there, it's not
Well, I feel
through
like
anything.
the Grim Reaper of like YouTube monetization is like Universal Music Group.
Yeah.
Like everything just gets like struck by like Universal Music Group.
YouTube has been shooting themselves in the foot since 2010, and like this whole thing now, like I don't know if Chilled Cow is back. Did you hear about that?
What's that?
They took off Chilled Cow, which is like one of the biggest lo-fi chill hop YouTube channels
Okay.
with like the streams and shit too. And they took it off, and I think I don't know if they put it back on, but it could be a domino effect because back in like 2010, 2011, I remember they had all those animators on there, like Ego Raptor and Oni and G. Remember like Leo and Satan or like the awesome animations or anything like
I remember
that?
the awesome animation.
Yeah, like Awesome Reach and stuff like that. Like those guys lived off of that. Like, and that's why they put them out like every other week. And then YouTube changed their policies from like, oh, mobile views don't count. Oh, this doesn't really count. And this is different. Oh, you don't get paid that much. It's this much now. And so then they all stopped making animations. And who knows what might come to the future of lo-fi on YouTube, at least. Really weird shit. YouTube is constantly fucking themselves over. And now this stupid kid bullshit. Every video you have to be like, this is made for kids. No, this is not made for kids. Or it's,
oh yeah,
or it
because
gets
people
taken
are
down.
like exploiting the kid. Like, as someone who works in schools, though, like these channels are making so much fucking money off like kid content.
Oh yeah.
They play their songs every day in class, like in multiple schools, like all around the country, all around the world. Like they are fucking cashing out. That dude Jack Hartman making ridiculous amounts.
And all those kids doing like toy
Cuckoo Kangaroo,
stuff.
like all this. Oh, the little kid who opens the toys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
It's like sad.
Yeah, I've been like diving deeper into YouTube culture. It took a while, but like I'm getting more into like more of the front runner players, I guess. I always ignored their existence for a long time, just didn't care. But now I'm like been watching a lot of those like Mr. Beast videos, and I'm just like, this is great.
What is it?
Mr. Beast?
I have no idea what that is.
Oh my god, it's awesome. It'll be like he just does a bunch of like wild clickbait videos where he just like gives people nice things. Like he just does nice things for people because of sponsors that give him a bunch of money to give money away to people and stuff.
Like on the street and stuff. Like
just like all sorts of situations. Like he'll like buy all the cars in a car dealership and then just like put like $1 on the car, or like, you know, like you get $1,000 just for taking this car.
Wow.
Like, or he'll be like, we gave this homeless guy a house, or like just like super dope shit. But also it'll be like, we're gonna play an extreme game of hide and seek, and whoever is last gets $60,000.
Wow.
Like,
that's kind of cool.
Oh, it's great.
It's like wholesome stuff.
I love it, dude. It's like super nice, and like you just see like all these people cry, and it's like wholesome like YouTube, but it's still got like funny elements to it.
It's so cute.
You know?
That's kind of where I'm at with Game Grumps at
Okay.
least. You
I have no idea what that is.
they it's like just two guys playing, actually Ego Raptor and Danny from Ninja Sex Party, just playing video games, and they're like shitty games or old games or like good games
Like
everyone
Angry
wants.
Video Game Nerd. Do you remember that?
Yeah, they came out after Game Grumps actually. Game Grumps like started a while ago, and then like kind of everyone was like,
Damn.
"Oh, let's do that. Oh, let's do that." Um, but like it's just funny guys getting angry at games and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And but then they have this other show where they'll just like, "We're mini golfing today," and like this is them dicking around at like an empty mini golf place or doing other dumb shit. It's just really wholesome, dumb, simple shit that I'm just like, yeah, I just need this right now.
Yeah, there's like these roller coaster vlogs by this guy like
Oh my
like El
God.
Toro Ryan, and he'll like be with like his friends and stuff at parks and stuff, and he just edits it really funny, and they're all like kind of funny, and it's just like, you know, I'm starting to like just like appreciate like the YouTube form, and I think I've got like a couple vlogs filmed that I still need to edit and stuff.
Yeah,
I'll
the
probably do.
roller coaster thing.
I've got some roller coaster like show combination vlogs I'm gonna put up, and
Isn't that called Steel Force?
no,
Something like
that's the album with Digital Crates.
Oh, okay.
Or like the series with Digital Crates, where we'll like more emphasis on that. Like it would be like a studio session where either I've recorded pre-recorded hooks and I'm like kind of like co-producing artists.
Oh, okay, cool.
Through the
so that's what
session.
that is.
So
okay.
there's, yeah, it's like sessions where artists come in, like, you know, Brian would bring in his guitar maybe and like would make a beat on the spot and make a song with another artist and stuff. So it'd just be like very collaborative jam energy.
Awesome.
It was cool.
That's what. Okay, so
was
that's
tight.
what that is.
Yeah,
Does your
there's-
vlog have a name? Your
It's
like
just,
roller
It's just
coaster.
Mikie Mayo. Like it's just my Mikie Mayo channel on YouTube.
Mikie Mayo dicking around on coasters.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want it to just be a coaster channel. I kind of, the way I look at it, I kind of see it as like a variety channel where, you know, it's just like aspects of me, so that when I upload music content, there's like also that, but then there's like the vlogs, and you know, maybe I'll do some fashion unboxing videos for things that interest me. So I kind of want to like take the fashion culture thing, the roller coaster thing, and the music thing, and just kind of like put it all together in a nice little box, you know.
So you're making a pretty nice content stream for YouTube, and you trying to throw it on any other platforms?
I mean, I'll probably put it on Instagram too, just to,
like full like IGTV videos.
yeah,
Nice. Word.
yeah, I'll probably do that. But I need to get on that. I'm in the middle of like finals right now, so I think once I'm done with finals and with all this like spare time, I'm gonna start doing weekly content and just stay consistent with the weekly content.
That's really awesome, man.
Thanks, man. Like lyric videos, you know, just different
Just keep
stuff.
it coming.
Yeah.
That'd be sick. I can see that being like successful and fun.
Yeah, and it's like
I like the roller coaster videos. I like the dumb shit videos. It's
thanks,
fun.
man.
Yeah.
And like it's not even just like about, I don't know. I think I've become like a little jaded to the idea of like popping off or like anything like that after like doing music for a while. But I just want to like do stuff that like I like and can make some other people happy, and it doesn't have to be like a lot of people. But I do have to try to reach people. Like, so there has to be an attempt to reach people outside of the bubble of the people that are just my friends, you know?
I totally.
If there's no attempt, then it's just like, why? Like, why aren't you trying? You
exactly.
know? That's
it's
how
like, then why
that's
are
how
you
I
even
feel.
doing it?
You know, because like, I guess to like get on like a semi real note, like I definitely have some like personal feelings towards like certain scenes and like gatekeepers and stuff that's probably in my head, honestly, that might not be true, but like within my own feelings, like I feel like there's a lot of people, you know, in town, like in Philly, that, you know, have like you know, these house venues, and I'll send them a message for me or for like an artist that's significantly bigger than me, and I just get like left on red, but then invited to their event, and I'm just like, you could just say no. So like I think that's left me like a little jaded sometimes.
Yeah, well, that's I've been talking about that a lot too. How it's like oversaturated, people putting their friends on.
And like I get it though.
People
like,
are, and it's just a house party anyway. People aren't really even coming for the music.
Yeah. No, I know. I just like don't. That's like part of the reason I don't really play shows here anymore. Like I've made more progress, like in scenes that aren't in Philadelphia, and it's just like maybe it's because of the oversaturation, and that's fine. Like I'm fine with like doing a couple weekenders every couple months and just like feeling like way more appreciated and like selling way more merch and like just having better experiences
Oh yeah,
in
and
general.
honestly, you doing more content online and just like
Yeah, just like
putting more shit
reaching other
out.
avenues because like I don't know, I feel like I used to be a pretty big part of like the rap scene here. Not like a big part, but I used to be more in touch with a lot of people in the community, like the DJ scene
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
like the rap DJ scene and all that stuff. And I've kind of shied away from that. I don't really go
That's kind of
out.
where I found you. I feel like
Really?
yeah, like because people eating fruit, I think was like digging in that area, and then we like
I'm talking
linked
about like a
up.
different scene, man.
Oh, okay,
I'm talking
man.
about like I used to go to like Drake night, like back when it was at the Dolphin, and like
Mm,
a lot of the people that are like a part of the scene now. And I don't have anything against those people. Those are all good people, and they're all really talented. But I'm just not in that stage anymore. I guess of like going out every
hmm
night. Like
Yeah,
it's just not for me.
it's not for a lot of
But it
people.
also like leaves me out of certain equations because I'm not a part of these like circles and stuff, and that's okay.
But yeah, and that just goes back to the clickiness
Yeah,
and friends putting
everything's
friends
clicky, but
on.
it's like I get it though. Put your friends on.
Yeah,
Like I would put my friends on, but I don't have any. I don't have anything to do
e-
that'll put
exactly.
them on. I try to, but I just like don't have the resources to like put everyone on.
And that's not on your shoulders either. But like
Yeah,
back to like the touring thing, like that's why I've been hearing a lot lately. Like it's honestly like touring isn't even worth it. Like doing a little bit, like a weekender is perfect. Like
weekenders are sick.
because you just go out, you get that good show that you're not getting at home, and then that's
Then you
it
come
really.
home.
And because like unless you have like that following online, like doing your TikTok shit, doing whatever the fuck you need to do, like it's not worth it at all. Like I know people like Brandon coming back from those
Dude,
month long
he's
tours
always like miserable.
complaining the whole
Yeah,
time. But he's not making them, so it's not on him.
yeah,
It's not his band, but that's just how some people operate.
yeah.
Can't blame them, but they're thirsty. Everyone's thirsty.
I get it. Like I want to do like a 30-day tour, but like also I think that it's smart to build up those weekenders and like build up regionally so that like when you start inching out to those like longer stretches, you already have some kind of following or like bands of contact that have followings in those areas. Because without that, it's like, dude, you're just like going to go play for nobody.
hmm At a different bar you haven't been to.
Yeah.
It's sad, but like it takes failing to kind of get that.
It's like, it's ironic though, because like the weekender thing came out of necessity for me to have to like work and then like, come back and work and then go out and tour and come back and work and go out and tour. But I realized that shows on the weekends just always do better
Mhm.
unless you're in Philadelphia.
Yep.
Like, because there's too many
Goddamn.
shows.
Because there's way too many shows
Like
and parties.
unless you're playing at like a party, like unless you're playing at like a party house for a school,
hmm
college.
Yep.
Unless you're in that situation, you're not, or you're like somebody
Yeah, and
in the
it's like a
scene,
good show, like Johnny Brenda's on a Friday night or something.
or even the fucking Meadow, yo. Like the Meadow's like pretty poppin'.
Mm, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, you
So,
live very close to
yeah.
it. Yeah.
So when can we expect new music?
I don't know.
No?
Uh,
Any collabs coming out soon?
probably next month. Uh, I don't know. I'm just trying to get some final mixes done before I make any decisions. I want to like, I don't do that anymore. I don't announce things before they're done.
Yeah.
Like that's just not a thing. Like,
Okay, so they're all still in progress.
yeah,
Sounds good, man.
yeah.
And big content coming on your channel.
Apparently, after
Yeah,
this
fucking
conversation,
apparently. Jesus Christ, man. You got a lot to do.
what do you got going on?
What do I got going?
You
I
got too many
this.
projects going on at the same time.
Yeah, you know
I
me,
can see that from the
motherfucker.
board.
Well, I just put out the new "I Miss You" thing. People will
Okay.
now know when this podcast took place. I just put out that I Miss You thing. Got some vaporwave coming out. I made with
Cool.
Paul. Spiral Sounds and the fucking type beat coming out April 1st. There's some nonsense,
Sick.
And I'm trying to honestly just put out a bunch of stuff. Do this podcast. It was a lot of fun learning about people and just talking about like what's going on and getting their perspectives on things. And yeah, like this whole pandemic is fucking up studio work for me. I've been doing a lot of stuff here. Like normally this would be at the station.
Double.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
sickness and stuff. But not complaining. This is
Yeah,
fun.
dude.
Got my
Like,
puppy right here.
yeah, you could go to bed if you feel like.
I'm going to. But I think this is a good place to end. Dude, thanks so much
Sounds
for
good,
coming
man.
on.
Yeah.
And yeah, check out Mikie Mayo on all the things. Ooh, I talked right into that mic. Check out Mikie Mayo on like YouTube, fucking TikTok, Instagram.
Make a TikTok. Actually, just whatever you do, just like go make a Mikie Mayo TikTok right now after listening to this. Just like do it.
I want there to
for
be
the champ.
15 Mikie Mayo
Yeah,
accounts.
I want the numbers to go up. Do it for the champ. We got a song together that's available on TikTok. There's no TikToks made. It's a song called "In the Bathroom" with people eating fruit, and you could and Surrey Sunrise.
Yeah.
And like Sunriser, and you could make a TikTok with it. So why don't you go do that? Support the podcast, support friends of the podcast. Make some fun cute little TikToks. All right.
And go out and go vote.
Please
vote.
vote.
Please vote. And we all know for what. And if you don't get my fucking agenda from like this podcast, you just
doesn't
fucked
even
it
matter.
up.
Just vote. Please.
Just vote.
Just
all right.
please vote.
Anyway, everyone have a good day. Mike, thanks for coming on.
No problem.
Alrighty.